All right, welcome back to the next step. We showed you the last time we had put string out to see exactly where the boxes were going to go, and really that was about making sure we were okay with what was going to happen, and I think we are. The next part is the sucky part, and it involves two phases. The first phase is to dig all this lawn out that the boxes are going to be on, and then the second phase is going to be to repipe a bunch of the sprinkler system. And I mean, this backyard, you can see it's really not that big. So I have no idea why they did this, but the contractor put in two zones in the backyard. And if I had been a really lucky person, they would have divided it this way and had one zone this side and one zone that side, but I'm not. They did it this way. So there's one zone on the back side of the lot and one on the front. Anyway, what we're doing right now is I'm just soaking this entire area. I've had the hose out here, moving it around every 5, 10 minutes just to get the ground nice and ready to be dug. We're going to do that for about the next, 20 minutes or so. We got a little bit of family coming over. They're going to give us a little hand, and we're going to get this all dug out tonight. So we'll film a little bit about that, and we'll catch you a little bit later. All right, we did it. We dug out the grass. As you can see, we've got a big, nice hole, or as my son likes to put it, a mud puddle. Anyway, it probably would have been much easier had we done something like got one of those commercial sod cutters and gotten it out. But it really isn't that big a space, and I thought, okay, we can just do this. Even so, it took six of us about 2 hours to get it out. My two sons, their wives, Rebecca and myself. And we just did it with a bunch of shovels and then just pulled it up and got rid of it. Luckily, there were a few people in the neighborhood who needed some pieces, so we got rid of most of it to just neighbors and different people. Anyway, the next part is what I talked about already, and that is moving the sprinkler heads. And you can see we've got a couple of them that are hanging out here in the middle. We've got one here, and then there's one over there. That one's not going to have to move too far. The other thing that was a little bit of a surprise that I should have realized this, but I didn't, was we've got these downspout pop-ups from the rain gutters that come up, down and come out. This one is going to need to be extended all the way over into the lawn. This one, it's really unusual. You can see there's still a puddle here because it's a low spot in the lawn. And we could never quite figure out why this part of the lawn was always so much greener than the rest. Now we know it was because of the pop-ups and they were low spots. This isn't from a rainstorm. This is from the sprinklers that came on. Anyway, this one will have to be dug up and moved over to into the lawn where the dog is. And then we've got a few others that we're going to just cap. I'm not going to go through the hassle, and I've already talked to one sprinkler guy who stood me up, go figure, about moving heads. But we're going to go ahead and just cap off the sprinkler heads that are here in this side. We'll run the drip line that's over there that was meant for the garden beds. We'll run it over to here to the three beds. But luckily, we do have the guy who we think is the best sprinkler guy ever. And when you've turned our age, you've gone through several sprinkler guys. And this guy is definitely the best we've ever had. The only problem is he doesn't always show up when he says he does. Sometimes it takes a little longer than we expect. When he is done, it's always been a great thing. So he's going to be here tomorrow. We're going to talk about what we need to have done. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be able to get us taken care of in the next week or so. And that way we can start the next process with this area, which will be not to exactly level it out, but we're going to go ahead and prep it for the base and then the paving stones that will go along the backside. And we're ready to get this thing done because we don't want this mud puddle anymore. We know the dog doesn't want this mud puddle anymore. So stick around, stay tuned. Next phase, we're ready to go. Thanks for watching.